Good afternoon. It's a murky, gloomy Thursday the 13th of November 2025, and you can see outside what it's like. We had a downpour of rain all last night. Recently I did a video about famous actors from Northern Ireland, and these were male actors, obviously. I'm going to talk to you about famous actresses from Northern Ireland. And you know, whenever I started looking at this, I realised that while there is quite a number, or there are quite a number of actors, famous actors from Northern Ireland, there aren't an awful lot of actresses. And of those actresses that we do have, their CV is not anywhere near as full or as long as the majority of the male actors. The thing that really did it for female actresses or actresses from Northern Ireland was Game of Thrones. And this opened the door to opportunities that weren't there before Game of Thrones came along. And the second thing that opened the door for actresses from Northern Ireland was Derry Girls. It also opened the door for so many young aspiring actresses from Northern Ireland. So let's have a look and see who we can find. This is Brid Brennan. Been around since she was born in 1955, so she's just slightly younger than myself. It says in most of the places I'm looking that she was simply born in Belfast. I've no further details about her or her early schooling or anything like that. So this is her Wikipedia page. A prominent actress on the stage, and then she has been in several films like Maeve and Devlin, 4 Days in July, Agnes in the 1998 film version of Dancing at Lunasa, starring alongside Meryl Streep, no less. TV credits include Cracker, Brotherly Love, South Riding, and The Escape Artist. And I saw her recently in a TV production, just can't remember where it was. Juno and the Paycock, Little Foxes, Arthur Miller's plays. So she's an accomplished actress, stage actress. And this is the one I remember her for in those early days. Brennan acted in the much acclaimed Billy trilogy of plays for BBC Play for Today, 1982 to 84, with fellow Belfast natives Kenneth Branagh and James Ellis. I remember that well. And she's still active today. That's her theatre credits. And then film credits: Excalibur, Maeve, Ballroom of Romance, and Devlin, 4 Days in July, Ghostwatch, Guinevere, Words Upon a Window Pane, Cracker, Any Time Now, Swan Song, Father and Son, Doctor Who, Upstairs, Downstairs, Casualty. There's Hope Street. maybe that's where I saw her. Yes, it was. So a very accomplished actress, and that is Brid Brennan. Here's an older actress for you. This is Beatrice Campbell, 1922 to 1979. She's playing alongside Nigel Patrick. Remember him? Oh, she was born in 1922 in County Down. And she came across so many famous actors. There's Alec Guinness mentioned as well. Filmography, and you can read that for yourself. I'll point out the films that I recognise. The Mudlark, Master of Ballantrae, Cockleshell, Heroes. Probably know some of the rest of those, but she did quite a few films and deserves to be remembered. Beatrice Campbell. There's an interesting lady here. This lady is the granddaughter of Charlie Chaplin. Now, where have we heard of him before? And this is Kira Chaplin. Born 1982, Northern Irish model, businesswoman and actress. Granddaughter of actor Charlie Chaplin and the great-granddaughter of playwright Eugene O'Neill. Right, it gives a few details. She grew up in the same town as her father in Switzerland, but she was born in Belfast. I'm going to skip down. She's 43. At 16, moved to Paris. Got involved in modelling. One time she was voted the 17th most eligible woman in the world, as well as being voted the 7th sexiest woman in the world by GQ magazine. She was a bit of a singer as well. She was in the Importance of Being Earnest, The Year That Trembled, Profession Ayak. So quite a number of films there. So that's Kira Chaplin. This is Kathy Kira Clark, and you know, reasonably recently she was in Derry Girls, but she's an awful lot more TV appearances and films before that. Doesn't tell us where she was born in Northern Ireland, but she played Aunt Sarah in Derry Girls, and I'm just scrolling down this. 1993, Clark featured prominently in the music video for Tomorrow for the British band Blur. And she's a stage actress of note as well. I'm looking there and it says 2021 Clark played the role of Claire Keenan in Bloodlands. Do you remember Bloodlands? James Nesbitt. Kira Clark, so she's 54, and I'm going to skip down to her filmography. Most Fertile Man in Ireland, Wild About Harry, Take a Girl Like You, Bloody Sunday, Pulling Moves, Oma, Silent Witness, Ice Cream Girls, Cherry Bomb, Derry Girls, A Bend in the River, Bloodlands. This is Roma Downey. She was born in 1960 and she's an Irish actress, producer and author. And she gained recognition for her role as Monica the Angel in the CBS TV series Touched by an Angel that ran for 9 seasons. She portrayed Jacqueline Kennedy Onassis in the Emmy Award-winning miniseries A Woman Named Jackie. And stage career with the Abbey Theatre as well, appearing on and off stage at Broadway. This lady has produced a lot of work. Married to Mark Burnett, produced the miniseries The Bible, and she plays Mary, the mother of Jesus, in that. Strong biblically connected films there. It says Roma Downey, born and raised in Derry in the Bogside district. Attended Thornhill College, a Catholic girls' school. Her mother, Mary O'Reilly Downey, a housewife with an interest in performing arts, died from a heart attack at age 48 when Downey was 10 years old. Her father, Patrick Downey, was a mortgage broker. Her father died when Downey was 20, so she had a tough enough upbringing. Joined the Abbey Players at the Abbey Theatre in Dublin. There's Playboy of the Western World mentioned. I'll just scroll on down because there's a lot about her. There's her filmography. 1994, Hercules and the Amazon Women. Diagnosis, Murder, Touched by an Angel. Borrowed Hearts. Secret Life. The Bible and the Baxters. Oh, Roma Downey. Very well known lady. This is Amanda Burton, and I first came across her years ago, decades ago, watching Brookside, and she was in it. Different shot of her, and this is a photograph from 2014. Born 1956, so she's, what's that, 69? Notable credits include Heather Haversham from the TV Channel 4 soap Brookside, 82 to 86. Ben Glover in the ITV drama series Peak Practice. Sam Ryan in the crime series Silent Witness. That ran, or she was in it, from 96 to 2004, and then also 2022. And here's another big show, Claire Blake in the ITV crime drama series The Commander, and then she moved into a school teaching drama series Waterloo Road, and Catherine Maguire in the ITV detective series Marcella 2020. So she's a vast TV interest. Born in Derry, Northern Ireland, youngest of 4 sisters. Her father, Arthur Burton, was a primary school headmaster in Ballyockley Primary School, which she attended as a child. my father was a headmaster. He wouldn't allow me to go to his school because I was a wee bit naughty. Raised at Ballyockery, a rural townland in the southwest outskirts of Derry. Went to Londonderry High School, moved to England at the age of 18 and studied drama at Manchester School of Theatre. Let's see what she has. Hasn't been in so many films, mind you, but then she's got so many TV appearances that it would have been difficult to find any time for films. And look at that, you know, Brookside, Boone, Spectre Morse, Frederick Forsyth presents Vandervalk. Remember the Vandervalk theme? Stay Lucky, Minder, Lovejoy, Peak Practice. Boy, she's done them all. Pollyanna, Agatha Christie's Marple, Midsummer Murders. Boy, so Anne Boleyn. She would be one of my favourite TV actresses from Northern Ireland. This is Michelle Furley. And she's probably best known for playing Catelyn Stark in the HBO series Game of Thrones that was filmed in Northern Ireland. Since appeared in various USA productions. Born in Coleraine to parents Brian and Teresa, the second eldest of 6 children. Her father was a popular publican, owner of Farley's Bar and several off-licences in Northern Ireland during the Troubles. But Farley remembers both Catholics and Protestants frequenting the pub. And she did The Bill in Holby City and Casualty and Morse and Lovejoy. She took the role of Mrs. Granger from Heather Bleasdale, who had played Mrs. Granger in the Chamber of Secrets and the Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows. And she was in Game of Thrones, as mentioned before, and she joined the cast of USA Network series Suits. I'll rush down to her filmography. Hidden City, Hidden Agenda, Soldier's Daughter, Never Cries, Hideous Kinky, Second Death, The Others, Anton Chekhov's The Duel, Chat Room, Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows, The Invisible Woman, Philomena, she was in that. Ironclad, Montana, Nobody Has to Know, An Irish Goodbye, Made Here Too. Okay, so that was Michelle Farley. And she's in and around 61 or 62. Bruna Gallagher. And I immediately recognised this lady, whereas some of the others I don't recognise. This is a montage of photographs of Bruna Gallagher. Born 1972, so that makes her, 53? Yeah. And she was born in Derry, Londonderry. A lot of these actresses were born in Derry, Londonderry. And a former hairdresser, Gallagher's big break came when she starred as Bernie in the Commitments film, as well as Yumi and Marley, a supporting role. Small parts in Pulp Fiction, Star Wars. Boy, she's been around. Mary Riley, Divorcing Jack, Thunderpants, Gacarac, Tristan and Isobel, Last Chance Harvey, Sherlock Holmes, The Grabbers. And here's her filmography. Holy Cross, Middletown, Botched, Agnes, Last Chance Harvey, Sherlock Holmes, Shooting for Socrates, Personal History of David Copperfield. Quite a selection there. Brona Gallagher. Oh, on television she played the mother of young Nick in the BBC drama Nick Nickleby. She played Tristan and Menon in The Field of Blood and Ada Mason in Agatha Christie's Poirot Series 10. Quite a well-known lady in film and TV circles. This is Geraldine Hughes from Northern Ireland, and she's born in 1970, so she's about 54, 55. Appeared in such films as Duplex, Rocky Balboa, Gran Torino. She played Mary Todd Lincoln in Killing Lincoln. More recently, she performed a solo play written by herself called Belfast Blues. Grew up in Divis Flats in Belfast during the Troubles. That was some baptism of fire. To get herself through the tough times, she participated in the school's drama club. She loved school. After being chosen for her role in the film Children in the Crossfire, she spent her first summer in the United States. She had no acting experience beyond her school's drama club before accepting her role as Mary in the movie. Good for her. Attended St. Louise's Comprehensive School in the 80s. Well, that St. Louise's has done so much for so many young ladies from the Falls Road. Brilliant school. There she is in New York City. Let's see her films. There we are, and she's been in a whole clatter of TV shows as well. Law and Order, Murder, She Wrote, Good Wife, Bloodlands, Your Honour, The Good Wife. And most of you will recognise the four young ladies here and the fella who all starred in Derry Girls. I have to tell you that after all the success from Derry Girls, only 2 out of the leading 5 actors and actresses were actually born in Northern Ireland. So, but it has propelled these young girls into the spotlight. And this is a wee girl's Sasha, I can't pronounce her name, or Sarah Monica Jackson. Is that how you pronounce that? Irish name? Don't know. And she's 31. Born 1993 in Derry. She split her time growing up in Derry and Greencastle, County Donegal. No Greencastle. It's just along the coast on the Inishowen coast, lovely part of the world. And her parents ran a pub at Greencastle. After obtaining GCSEs and A-levels at St Cecilia's College in Derry, she trained in acting at the Arden School of Theatre in Manchester. And St Cecilia's College in Derry is a top-class school. And I'm going to skip down to her films, and she's quite a number of films. There she's in The Flash and TV, Crystal Maze, Derry Girls, Urban Myths, Great British Bake Off, Pointless Celebrities, The Doll Factory, Decameron, The City Is Ours, The Trial, and she's still relatively young. This is Jimmy Lee O'Donnell, born in Derry, and best known from Derry Girls. Attended St Anne's Primary School, St Cecilia's College and North West Regional College. Began acting in school plays, and she decided to do it professionally. Even though she couldn't afford drama school. She studied in the performing arts at the Montfort University campus in Bedfordshire, but did not complete the course. Began auditioning and divided her time between England and home, taking part in theatrical productions and working as a dancer for various promotions and pantomimes. Moved around in search of employment, always working as a barista, and at one point taking on a corner shop which failed as a business. You see, for these young actors and actresses, life is tough. It's not easy. I'm going to run down to her films here. She's had a few films. Urban and the Shed Crew, A Secret Journey, Doing Money, Redeeming Love, The Real Derry. I told my mum I was going on an RE trip. Unwelcome Girl Group. And then she's had quite a bit of television work. So that's Jimmy Lee O'Donnell. This is a very interesting lady here, and not awfully well known. This is Moyna McGill, and she was born Charlotte Lillian McEldowie in 1895 and died 1975, and she was an Ulster Scots-British actress from Belfast, the mother of actress Angela Lansbury, no less, and producers Edgar and Bruce Lansbury. In 2020, she was listed number 35 on the Irish Times list of Ireland's greatest film actors, and that's something. And most people will not have heard of her. She was born at Eglintown Avenue, 42 Eglintown Avenue in South Belfast, and I have made a video about this. Her father was a wealthy solicitor of Scottish parentage who was a director of the Grand Opera House in Belfast, a position that sparked her interest in theatrics. As a teenager, she was noticed riding the London Underground by director and producer George Pearson, who cast her in several of his films. I'll skip down. And there she is with her daughter, Angela Lansbury. I don't know if ever Angela Lansbury actually came to Belfast or lived at Eglintown Avenue. Hollywood career. Her career in Hollywood consisted largely of small character parts in films and on TV, Among her more notable film credits are Frenchman's Creek, The Picture of Dorian Gray, yeah, I've watched that, which co-starred her daughter Angela. In later years, she made guest appearances on such television series as Studio One, The Twilight Zone, Dr. Kildare, Mr. Ed, and my favourite, Martian. Here's her filmography. Pygmalion, Jane Eyre, National Velvet, Picture of Dorian Gray, Strange Affair of Uncle Harry, The Sailor Takes a Wife, Black Beauty, Private Angelo, Les Miserables, My Fair Lady. And there's something maybe that you didn't know. Moyna McGill. Born in Belfast, lived on Eglantine Avenue. This is Paula Malcolmson. I'd never heard of this lady or seen her before. Born in 1970, and she is known for playing Trixie in Deadwood. That's 2004 to 2006. And also Maureen Ashby in Sons of Anarchy. I've watched the Sons of Anarchy and I have watched a bit of Deadwood. And as Astrid Everdeen in The Hunger Games, this 2012 through to 2015. And she was born in Belfast and she's aged 55. I can't get any sort of information about where she was born, but she's quite an extensive filmography. Another Girl, Another Planet, Tombstone, Trance, The Green Mile, Hamlet, AI, Artificial Intelligence, Hunger Games, Christmas Star, A Summer's End, Axis, The Cured, Battle Creek, We've Always Lived in a Castle, and then television, Profiler, The Practice, Strong Medicine, UC, Undercover, Star Trek Enterprise, NYPD Blue, 6 Feet Under, Deadwood, Lost, Cold Case, John from Cincinnati. These are all productions made in America. Sons of Anarchy, Private Practice, Law and Order, Prime Suspect, Ray Donovan, Archer, Broken, Krypton, Come Home, Law and Order, Deadwood Again, Watchmen. So, quite an extensive TV CV there. So, Paula Malcolmson. This is famous Northern Irish actress Siobhan McKenna, born 1922, died 1986, aged 64. Born in Belfast, but grew up in Galway and County Monaghan. A fluent Irish speaker. Remembered for her English language performances at the Abbey Theatre, like so many others. She would eventually star in what many consider her finest role in the George Bernard Shaw play St. Joan. Played on Broadway as well. I'm just skipping down here. Oh yes. Appeared in a number of made-for-television films and dramas. She also appeared in motion pictures such as King of Kings in 1961 as the Virgin Mary, and she performed Of Human Bondage. The following year she played in She was in the film Dr. Zhivago, and she also appeared in The Last Days of Pompeii as Fortunata, wife of Gaius, who was played by Laurence Olivier. Died of lung cancer. She's got quite an extensive filmography. I love these kinds of films: The Lost People, The Adventurers, King of Kings, Daughter of Darkness, Hungry Hill, Playboy of the Western World, Dr. Zhivago. Brilliant film. I remember seeing that as a wee lad, a teenager. Left a great impression. And she was in Tales of the Unexpected as well. And this is another unknown to me, but she's done well for herself. This is Jean Murray. She was born in Belfast. She's 39. She was born in 1986. And quite an extensive list of TV and film credits. Dorothy Mills, Lead, The Bill, Death the Triffids, Lewis, The Fades, Earthbound, Truckers, Brooklyn, Love and Friendship, Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, Star Wars The Last Jedi, how do you pronounce that? Maleficent, Mistress of Evil. Know nothing about this lady, apart from the fact that she's got quite a few film credits under her belt and TV credits. This is Una O'Connor, born Agnes Theresa MacLeod, 1880, and born in Belfast, died 1959, aged 78, in New York City. And she's buried in Calvary Cemetery at Queens, New York. She reminds me of my granny, because my granny looked exactly like this, and this is her in Little Lord Fauntleroy. She was a stage actress of some note. She often portrayed comical wives, housekeepers and servants. This was her forte. And 2020 she was listed as number 19 in the Irish Times list of Ireland's greatest film actors and actresses. Born into a Catholic nationalist family, 14 Alexander Street, West Belfast, she was the daughter of James MacLeod, a publican and the former Maria Murphy. Her mother died when she was 2, and her father, he headed off to Australia, and the young MacLeod was brought up by an aunt. She studied in St Dominic's School, Belfast, convent schools in Paris, thinking that she would pursue teaching. She went into South Kensington School of Art, but she went to the Abbey, Dublin's Abbey Theatre, and she was in so many stage productions. But it's fascinating to read this. She was very well versed on the stage. She made her first film appearance, Dark Red Roses, 1929, followed by Murder, 1930, directed by Alfred Hitchcock. Oh, there's a name we know. Despite her lengthy apprenticeship, she had attracted little attention. British film critic Eric Johns recalled meeting her in 1931, and she confessed to him, "I don't know what I'm going to do if I don't get work. The end of my savings is in sight." Acting was a precarious profession to take up, and unless something happens soon, I'll not be able to pay the rent. Her luck changed when she was chosen by Noel Coward, no less, to appear in Cavalcade at the Theatre Royal, Drury Lane. And she expressed surprise that Coward had noticed her. When she expressed surprise that Card had noticed her, Card replied that he had watched her for years and wrote the part with her in mind. She portrayed an Edwardian servant who transformed herself into a self-made woman. And it was the performance was attended by Hollywood executives, and they exclaimed to each other, "We must have that Irish woman. This is obvious." And she reprised the role in a film version of Cavalcade released in 1933, when she decided to remain in the United States. Well, I'm just going to run the camera down there. She was in The Invisible Man in 1933, The Bride of Frankenstein 1935 as the Baron's housekeeper. Also appeared in 2 films with director John Ford, The Informer and The Play on the Stars. So I'll skip down to her filmography, but this lady's amazing. And where do you see her filmography? Look at this. Just one film after another, and she packed so many stage performances in as well. And this is only right up to 1940. David Copperfield, Father Brown, Invisible Man, Orient Express, Seahawk, Three Girls About Town, Random Harvest, Christmas in Connecticut, Bells of St. Mary's, The Return of Monte Cristo, The Unexpected Guest, The Corpse Man, The Fighting Father Dune, Adventures of Don Juan, Witness for the Prosecution. And that was her final film. What a CV. Una O'Connor, gone but not forgotten. Is Tara Lynn O'Neill, prolific actress from Northern Ireland, who is at present in our very own Hope Street production, and here she is, dressed up in her PSNI uniform, filmed down at Donaghadee. Of course I've been down there and filmed where the film is being shot. So let's hear about her. Born 1975, Tara Lynn O'Neill, Irish actress from Northern Ireland, has appeared in film, theatre and television. She wanted to become a dentist but abandoned this after failing her GCSE in chemistry. It doesn't tell you where she was at sixth form college. Over the Wall Gang, Northern Ireland TV production, Wild About Harry. She played Joanne Ryan in EastEnders, appearing in 58 episodes between 2002 and 2003. Appeared in The Fall. She was in Derry Girls. There's another one in Derry Girls, and she's Inspector Eve Dunlop in BBC's Hope Street. Her other roles include The Informant, Disco Pigs, Full Circle and Oma. And she's graced the stage quite a bit too. So that's Tara Lynn O'Neill. This is Frances Tumulty, at one time married to Sting of the Police. Quite a well-known film actress from Northern Ireland, daughter of Joseph Tumulty, who himself was an actor. Born 1948, so that makes her 77. Northern Irish actress whose numerous credits include Strangers, Testament of Youth, Inspector Morse, Cracker, Amazing Mrs. Pritchard, The White Queen, and Unforgotten. Her theatre roles include playing Kate in the original Dancing at Lugnasia, and she was married to Sting for nearly 20 years. Born in Portaferry, down at the bottom of the Strangford Lough, actor Joseph Tumulty. Look at this. Television work: Survivors, Bergerac, Blue Monkey, Inspector Morse, Lucy Sullivan and Getting Married, Strangers, Midsummer Murders, Coronation Street, Cracker, Spooks, Casualty, Amazing Mrs. Pritchard, Holby City, Law and Order, The Royal, Waking the Dead, Silent Witness, Unforgotten, Catastrophe, Death in Paradise, and big budget adaptations of Atlantis, Merlin, The White Queen, and Perfect Spy. So she's got a brilliant CV. She has acted in Bellman and True and Monk Dawson, Bloodshot, Bullshot and The Field and Shane. And then it goes on to give her theatre roles. Last of the Red Hot Lovers. There you go. Frances Tumulty.